struggled hard and long with this as I felt shame for allowing myself to overeat and binge until I was morbidly obese and weighing 275 pounds. I was shameful, and shame is the most debilitating of all emotions. Shame means there's something wrong with you. You have done the unthinkable, and there is no forgiveness for you. You must live the rest of your life with regret. That's what shame does to you. You don't need to be in shame. I have self-loathed myself. I have hated myself. But I have turned it around. And if I can turn it around, you can too. In an article by Joe Coulser, he states that self-forgiveness, listen to this, is the act of letting yourself off of the shame-based hook. I'm no longer on the shame-based hook. It's about letting go of the hurtful judgments that you hold against yourself for what you've done and who you are. And it's key to addiction recovery. And if you are obese, you have an addiction. We need to admit that we are addicted to food and obsessed with food. Let me repeat that, because this is good. Self-forgiveness is the act of letting yourself off of the shame-based hook. It's about letting go of the hurtful judgments that you hold against yourself for what you've done and who you are. It is the key to addiction recovery. Wow, it is the key. Self-forgiveness does not mean that everything you've ever done is fine, or anything somebody's done to you is fine and there are no consequences, but it does mean that you take ownership for your actions from this day forward. You offer yourself compassion, self-compassion. I love to give myself now self-compassion. You see, for so long, I could give it to others. Oh, you can do this. Oh, don't, pick yourself up. I've got you. This is what I'd say to my friends as I encourage them. But in my head, my recording was telling me, Lorraine, you are not worthy. You can never do this. You have failed. But now I have learned to give myself self-compassion. Do you hear that? The same compassion I give others, I give myself, because we are all human. None of us are perfect. Self-forgiveness does not mean that you avoid responsibility or do not repair wrongs that have been done, or if you've done things for others. However it does, it means that you can extend kindness to yourself while humbly acknowledging all that you did not know until now. So in other words, when other people have harmed you or caused you traumatic circumstances in your life, if you continue down that road and carrying that everywhere you go, you will take the energy, the positivity, the kindness away from your world and your relationships now. So it is time to deal with forgiveness. If you want to get to the other side of freedom, you can hear when I say freedom, I mean freedom, because that's what I have found. And I found my little girl, like I talked about last week. And that is where freedom is finding that little girl or that little boy that used to run and play before life was so harsh on them. Find that innocence again. Self-forgiveness does not mean you give yourself a free pass for being rude, abrasive or angry or even harmful to others. However, it does mean that you always give yourself grace for those times when you are rude, abrasive, or angry, because we will be. So let's forgive ourselves in the future. There are times that I say things in a tone that I'm not proud of to my husband, and I have to ask for forgiveness. It is not a license because we are compassionate with ourselves. Forgiveness is not soft. It is the way to motivate change within yourself. There is no room at all for recovery for shame. It limits healing. Shame is highly correlated with addiction, depression, and aggression. And I want to talk to you about your self-worth, because I think I not only learned to forgive myself, but I also learned the value of me, and I deserved forgiveness. There is a reason self-worth, self-love, and self-respect all begin with self. It is a clear fact that you cannot find any of these qualities in anyone else but you, self. Self-worth, self-love, and self-respect. It is you that are responsible to find them in you. And it starts, like I said, first with forgiveness. If you are searching for that one person that will change your life, then you need to look no further than the mirror. And that's what I did. And that's what you can do as well. You yourself hold the key to unlock your self-worth. It is you. It has always been you. You are the magic sauce. As we go into 2021, you are the magic sauce. You are the one that can make the difference in this year. This year is a blank canvas. Let's paint on it a beautiful picture. It is just blank. It is just ready for you to make this your best year ever. No one else can do this for you. So let's get to work in 2021. The most important opinion you have, guess what? Is the opinion you have of yourself. That's what counts. What you say to yourself undoubtedly is the most important conversation you will have. Be kind to yourself and compassionate to yourself. It is not what you are that holds you back. It is what you think you are not. I'll repeat that. It is not what you are that holds you back. It is what you think you are not. When we can truly let go of what other people think and we own our unique story, we begin to gain our worthiness. I own my story. The story that is sad in some ways, the trauma that I experienced. I own it, and I am using my voice to bless other people for what I've gone through. Many of us have spent a lifetime trying to distance ourselves from parts of the us that we believe might not be acceptable, and we try to find our worthiness by constantly performing, trying to please and prove others that we have value. Comparison and trying to fit in will eat at your soul and erode your self-worth. There'll always be someone prettier, slimmer, and smarter. When you compare yourself to anyone else, you will always come up short. Instead, own your story, your physical appearance, your uniqueness. There is only one you. What I want to say to you in closing is you are beautiful. If you are even 275 pounds, 400, whatever, it does not matter. You are beautiful. One thing my husband said, and I want to close with this, that was so beautiful to me. I said to him, honey, why did you stay with me when I was 275 pounds. I'm sure that he must have felt like, oh my gosh, why, and he never nagged me about my weight. You know what he said to me? Because he was so proud of me. I said, why did you not leave me? And I only had the courage to even ask him after years and years, because I didn't have the courage to ask him. I didn't want to hear the answer. And this is what he said to me. He said, Lorraine, I always loved you, the inside. I always saw how beautiful you were in the inside. And this was just a frame. I married you. What a beautiful gift my husband gave me on that day. And I want to give you this gift too. You are beautiful no matter who you are, no matter what you weigh, no matter what your past is. You are beautiful. This is a new year. I want you to be better by the end of 2021 than you are now. But I want to remind you that it is up to you. You are responsible. Learn to forgive. Go on a journey on your self-worth. If you are interested in finding more about my online course, let me know. Email me on my website, nevertoolateever.com. I have a chapter of a book free in there if you want to download that. But I'd love to chat with you because I've been there, gone through it, and I'm on the other side. I have freedom and I have got my little girl back. Remember out there, it is never too late to get your little girl back or your little boy. It is never too late to lose weight. It is never too late to follow your dreams or live a life of purpose. It is never too late. And I'm rooting for you. Bye for today, and we will see you back here next week.